Hello everyone and welcome to this week's SOR Round 1 here in SOR F1 2020 Season 12. Here we are in Brazil, a 4.3 kilometer track with 15 corners and 2 DRS zones. Very narrow and tight, but going back to some action, season I believe 10, turn 4, R10 and Essen getting spicy there up in turn 4. Also turn 10, a recreation of Lewis Hamilton Albon before the event actually even happened, and that's all the action zones we have. But here we are for Brazil, the iconic track as everyone knows in its entire glory, and we're here, and new grid, new day, new track, new calendar. First time these drivers, I believe, are racing in Brazil. I need to turn up sound. There we go. Sound's up. Sound is on. Now you got to change the audio settings, because I forget to do that every single time. Don't hate me. Alright, so obviously the person I'm going to go to is Ruthful, who has joined the Mercedes team, partnering up with Pixel, his same teammate as last time. So dominant Mercedes will most likely be at the front again. But it's a completely different grid. I don't think anyone kept their seats from last season. I think only DS and R10 kept their seats from last season, but it feels good to see a full track. Pedico is coming halfway through quali, so that'll be a full grid then. But we have some new faces here, such as Jack, who I believe was a split 2 driver, Bishop Blob, Phoenix, Lepson, Enzo, Darius, Kalini. I believe he raced a bit last season as well. Don't exactly remember though. I need to turn up my sounds, and then we'll go on board with a lap. There we go. Alright, so heading into turn 1 here in Brazil, in 8th gear, just after the 50-meter board. You want to go down into 4th and 3rd, even for that little extra bite into the corner. You're going to need that this game. Then the Senna S's, nice and clean, nice and tight. A lot of traffic coming out though. Hopefully they get out the way ASAP. Just as that little asphalt area goes by, that's your turning in point. McLaren getting out of the way last second, luckily. Up into 7th gear, just after a 15-meter board, quickly downshift into 6th and 5th, perhaps just get a little extra bite. Use as much of the curb as possible as the billboards on the left go. That's your turning in point. Into 2nd gear, through the long left-hander. Quickly up into 5th as the curb starts on your right. That's your turning in point. The sacred Alexander Albon corner, we'll call it, just for the sake of this stream. And nice downhill flat out. Just about the 50-meter board down into 4th gear, and then quickly short shift into 4th. I said 4th gear into 4th, 3rd into 4th, and then full throttle unto the end of the straight. And Ruth was going to come across the line. He's going to set a 17 flat. Wow, okay, so that's definitely going to be the benchmark, to be a 7 flat. That is quick. We might even see some 6s, but Miku putting it in a respectable P2, the 7.5. Pixel with a 7.6. I remember last season the average times were around 8.3s or in F1 2019. But Phoenix with a 1.68, the first driver to reach into the 6s, and looks like we might have Ruthful might have a challenger this season. Phoenix and Ruthful, Williams versus a Mercedes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I wouldn't, but yet here we are. And going further back down the grid, Rebel in 2nd place. I believe he has enough fuel to go again. Pixel in 4th. All very close to each other. Zolala, or Zola, I'm calling that Zolala, jeez, is in 5th. DS 6. Skintoni 7th, 8th, Colini, Bishop Blob 9th, who I believe is on a lap again. He's almost invalidated there. Not the best first lap, a 9.5. Would have been good if it was F1 2019. See, I can't say last season anymore because, you know, last season was in F1 2020, but we'll say for the purpose of this last season being F1 2019. Majority of people are out, but I believe Phoenix is coming across the line now. Oh no, he's 11 seconds slower than his time. So we'll go back to who was it? Oh my god, I forgot. Zolala. What? Who was I just watching? Bisho. He comes across the line. He improves by a 10th, and I don't think he'll have enough ERS to continue a lap. So we'll move further up the grid, see if anyone else is saying laps or not. Brazil is a pretty short track, as you can see, almost just over 1 minute lap times, and in the race probably a minute 11, 12 kind of laps. So laps around here go by really quickly, and the only real overtaking opportunity is on this straight, as you don't want to be doing that in the race. It's going to give you a catastrophic run. And run is kind of everything here. So right on board with Scantoni. Let's see what he can do, if he can improve from his 8-2. It's not the best Senna S's. Oh, he goes out very wide. He takes the Max Verstappen wet line. Going through there, his teammate coming out the pits. I get a bit of a tow going through here. Two people getting out of the way. I believe that is the Williams of Futuristic. Who Futuristic has now changed from Red Bull to Williams. If someone did that in real life, that would be probably the worst decision of their career, but this is F1 2020. Everyone on softs, I should probably also mention. Only 2 people on the mediums, because tire wear is a bit better this game. So softs to mediums is definitely the optimal strategy. But if you do start on the mediums and you're in a good position doing so, you will be the class of the field, going mediums to softs. Especially if it rains. If you go on mediums, you'll be able to drag out your stint that much more. Didn't catch a split, unfortunately, so we'll have to pray and see as he crosses the line, see what he sets. Uses as much. Doesn't look like it's going to be an improvement. He's 1.7 seconds slower. I believe he's invalidated and aborted, actually. So much tighter, much cleaner. Senna S is this time. Stays nice and tight. So it's a much better lap so far. DRS nice and wide open. And we're getting an absolutely shocking camera. And there we go, a bit better now. So right now we have a Williams and a Mercedes out in the 1-2 positions. Both Mercedes are on their respective laps. Phoenix is on an out lap, so we'll quickly switch to Ruthful once Scantoni here finishes his lap. I don't think he'll have enough fuel to complete his lap. I'm checking on his HUD. He has 0.6, 0.5, 0.4. It's going to be tight because right now it's pedal to the metal, so that fuel is going to go down drastically quickly. 0.3, 0.2. He's just going to have enough to cross the line, and he does improve by quite a lot. He does a 7.9. Quickly switch over to Pixel, who has invalidated, but has improved by 0.3. Good signs for him. Rithwell, who's currently 0.2 quicker. That will be enough to put him on a provisional pole position. Pandicoy joins mid-quality session, as I said earlier. And Ruthville comes across the line. Will he be able to sit a 6? He does, and he takes pole position by 0.006 of a tenth. So, top 2. Really, neck and tuck right now. But, the contender... Ooh, speaking of contender, gets in the way. Futuristic going to give a bit of a tow down the straight. Oh, this is a perfect tow. Perfectly played. It's going to give a roughly 500ths of a second, and yes, that does indeed on the top right say about 500. Then he's invalidated, and he's spun. He's performed the Spinella and re-enters on track. Fox needs to push out wide, and Encore, I believe, who is on the lap. Yes, hey, Jesus, Fox re-enters the track and completely takes out the board. So that's going to be something to look at by the stewards. I believe destroying the brake marker boards does get a penalty. Not sure, but that was a bit clumsy. And between the 2 drivers, hopefully that will be changed. Maple, who is the admin of the SOR F1 League, is currently on a lap in P5. So he's definitely improved since when I started F1 in 2019. He was a midfield racer. Hopefully he doesn't get offended by that. But in F1 2020 last season, he definitely stepped up, getting a couple podiums under his belt and good performances. So we'll have to hope he can carry that momentum, as he's 4/10 up on his time. That is enough to get him into provisional P3, which is quite mad. Looks like Maple could be getting his second, or whatever number podium. It's going to be a really good lap here. He's going to come across the line, and he sets L1 7.2. So mega stuff. Currently the top three in a field of their own. Actually, top two in a class of their own. And then the rest, Maple is kind of no man's land, and the rest, it's all very much separated by 10th. Which is surprising to see. Last season, it was very much Ruthful dominating, and then, you know, it was 5/10, 8/10 to P2, and like 5/10, 8/10. But now, if you look on the thing, everyone's within a tenth of each other, bar the last three. I presume that's because either poor laps or mistakes. I do know 3 people are new to league racing, and I'm pretty sure that's Andreas. Well, he's never been here before. I don't know if it's his first time league racing, but only one way to find out. We'll have to see what his pace like is today. But Fox, who definitely has shown that he has had pace himself, is definitely in contention for podiums, even race wins. In Brazil, he almost got his, not Brazil, in Belgium, last season's finale, almost got his podium. However, an error and a spin forced him to retire. But that 50-meter board gone now is going to really put off a lot of drivers who don't use line, for obvious reasons, as their turning point is gone. Because 50-meter board is very much a dependent kind of turner. You see the board, as you pass it, you turn. So that being gone will definitely hinder a couple people. But I'd say people will be using 3 soft tires, or even if they went for a softer strategy, they might have gone for 4. I don't really tend to touch 4 too much, and Fox supports this lap. Miku, who's on a lap right now? I believe Jack is on a lap. Official Bob has retired from the session. Oh, he spun, that's why. He spun, and 2/10 up, Jack. So it looks like he'll be putting himself in P9, P8. SOR Jack JFH17. And he comes across the line, puts it P6. Wow, great lap. 176. That is a pretty quick lap. I say that's a pretty quick lap, but I don't even know. I've never raced around Brazil here, and I've never even done league race around here. So I'll take it as if 7s are ideal times. But a lot of people now outlaps for their final runs, and I'd probably think people will be coming out in the low 2 minutes, because you only need roughly like 1:30 seconds to get around here, even when you're no ERS, no fuel, no push, etc. Right now it's going to be a real challenge for a pole position. Looks like the top 3 very much in contention. Maple, he needs to improve by 4/10, and around here it is quite easy to lose / gain time. But that corner that Miku's in is very much muscle memory now that that board is gone. I know if that board was gone and it would have been me, I would be begging for mercy that the race came, because okay, in the race everything resets, billboards are back. Hopefully no one crashes into that. This is 2/10 up, Miku, so it looks like he's in contention to steal P3 away from Monsieur Maple. Everyone is very much coming out onto the track now, as Miku comes across the line, and he sets a 7.1, almost a 6 second. That's going to be his final lap, however, so it looks like he's in provisional P3 for the time being. Maple is going to want to do something about that, I presume. Ruthful, I believe, just came out the pits now, or that was Pixel. It was Ruthful coming out, so Ruthful is going to come out first, and then Phoenix. So that's going to definitely put some tension. It's a bit of bite. But it doesn't look like he's leaving Phoenix. Normally it's around now you want to be leaving if you want to, you know, cruise. Doesn't look like he's leaving, but Maple is coming out. He's going to want to take back his P3, his top spot in the second row. Phoenix, still no signs of his crew members to come out. Seems quite calm so far. And there's signs in the Williams garage, and I believe there's Phoenix who's come out, but Pixel has started his lap. Oh, well, he's actually finished his lap, and he's done a 7-0, so he's claimed P3 now. And Ruthful, very much on a crucial lap. He will be able to do another one if he messes up. But now it's going to be pressure on Phoenix because he needs to do the perfect lap once. Then Ruthful knows even if he does fail, he'll have a chance to set another one. So he's 5/100ths of a second quicker on this lap. DS puts it in P5 with a 7.2. A lot of drivers, I don't know if 7.2, low 7. Oh, Ruthful's invalidated. He's gone way too wide there. So now he's definitely going to do what I thought he would. And now he's going to have to push on his last lap. It's a good thing he didn't come out earlier, or later I should say, because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to do a lap. So now he'll be able to cruise back, get back some tire heat and wear, minimize that. But now it's going to be Phoenix and then Ruthful to cross the line. Unless if Pixel goes out again. No, he's not. So it's really going to be Phoenix and then Pixel. Let's see which one will do it first. Actually, wait. Oh, he let Ruthful by. So it looks like it's going to be Ruthful then Pixel to cross the line. So Pixel, or Phoenix, wants to very much do the element of surprise. But people coming out the pits now, I think it's a bit late. Just a bit. I don't know why people are coming out the pits, but that is up to debate. Right. Oh, Ruthful's invalidated this lap. No, he's invalidated again. So that means that it's all eyes on Phoenix. He just needs to keep his cool. Oh, he's also messed up his lap. So both drivers have messed up the lap and will return to their garages. So it looks like it's all eyes on Maple, who's finished his lap, who's improved by 1/10 of a second. And oh wait, I have the glitch. I forgot. I have the commentator glitch. So it's like a minute. There's like still a minute left of the session. Hence why people are coming out. Oh god, I look very dumb now. So Ruthful has messed up 3 laps so far, and he only has enough for 1. He has 1.5 liters. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I don't know if he's gonna make it on fuel. It's gonna be tight. He's gonna need to do some fuel saving. He's gonna have exactly one lap of fuel. If you see there as he crosses the line, 1.1. So I have 1.1 liters of fuel. Or I don't know if it's liters. It could be kilos. No, kilos of fuel. 1 kilo of fuel won't get you much. But to see what he can do, keep the revs low and save as much fuel as possible. Oh, and he's invalidated again. Ruthful, no. And that's very much now out of contention. So now it's really up just to Phoenix now. If Phoenix improves this lap, he will still steal pole position away. And he's gone wide and he's invalidated as well. So both drivers twice have invalidated their respective laps, meaning that neither will improve. Or will give the battle we were hoping for pole position. So it looks like it's going to be Ruthful in first place. He's going to take first place with Phoenix, but Phoenix is still pushing. Ruthful, no, but Phoenix is still pushing, so maybe it could be a glitch. He's 6/100ths of a second, or he might just be saying this as a banker lap just to see what time he would have done, even with that mistake. So even with that mistake, he is still improving. So it was definitely a lot of time. He comes across the line now to set an invalidated 6.7, I think it was. So it looks like Ruthful keeping his trait of pole positions and good starts in qualifying. Not by much, by 6/100ths of a second. And then Phoenix in second place, and then Pixel in third. So it's really a Mercedes dominating at the top. Then Miku with a surprise P4, Maple P5, DS P6, Futuristic P7, Jack P8, Encore P9, Zola P10, and Fox to round up best of the rest. I presume everyone underneath him will go on the mediums, but everyone going underneath him is Skin Tony, Kalini, R10, Darius, Andres, Bisho, Lepson, Enzo, and Pandakoi. So let's just quickly see what his final lap. It was a 6.826. He said so would have been enough to get him on pole position. However, with an invalidated lap, snuck it up. Ooh, gray skies. Rain? Question mark? Right, here we go. Formation lap. Not the most exciting of bits, but it has to be done to warm up the tires. So check out. Ooh, Pandakoi opting to go in the hards, so hard softs for him as it seems. Not many people going on the mediums. I'm so quite surprised. Looks like Skinto, Nicolini, Bisho, and Lepson were the only people who opted to the mediums. Mediums to softs is a pretty good strategy. However, we'll have to see maybe if there's rain. Looks like it's quite I can't speak. Looks like it's quite a wet looking cloud. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't speak. But one stop. Softs to hards or mediums, or softs mediums. Both very awkward. Awkward pit stops. Jeez, I'm stuttering a bit. Right, it's leaders. Parking, jeez, slowing down, and looks like Pixel is eager to get in front. He's overtaking his teammate. People with good momentums throughout the whole straight will be overtaking each other. Right, so, yeah, oh god, we have a good few people at the back there, so it looks like everyone bar the bottom 5 will have cold tires. And we have probably one of the worst views I've ever seen in human history. You can barely even see the cars. But anyways, I'm your host Justin. Been here for the past 2 seasons, and I'm looking forward to being able to do lights out. The screens aren't even there. And it's 5 lights. It's lights out, and away we go here for round 1 in season 12 of F1 2020. It looks like a massive mega start from Ruthful. Phoenix also looking to go side by side. Is this 4 wide going down the back? Diaz getting past Jack through the start, but getting immediately re-overtaken past the line. And oh, losing the back end there. This is Miku I'm looking at, and a good few people gaining positions and losing positions. Left, right, center. There's a bit of side by side contact going in between Miku and Zola there, going into what I believe is turn 5. Otherwise, everyone's kept it clean, and there's 2 wide going over there. Darius and Andres and Fox going 3 wide there, up on the uphill right-hander. Darius getting overtaken by who's that? Is that R10? Yeah, that's a run. Oh, there's someone spinning there. That's Lepson who spun at someone who's also collected Pandakoi, who is unfortunately lost the rear, and someone coming back on track is Bisho, who I believe has lost a bit of his front wing as he dive bombs, as he tries to dive bomb, but it doesn't work out too well. Someone who's ghosted is Enzo. Going wide is Darius. And ghosted, I think, on our screens, but isn't ghosted to others. Encore very much trying to pounce on the back of Miku here, who's completely out of DRS. Ruthful already almost out of the DRS of P2 of Phoenix. Encore getting a good run. Skin Tony with a 5-second time penalty for speeding through pit lap. 5 people have boxed on lap 1. That's not exactly ideal for your race in any situation. We'll see what tires are going. All mediums and hards for the bottom 2. Positions gained. The most positions gained this race is tied Andreas and Lipson and Enzo. Jack, who's also got a Mega Star, up into P5, top 5, 10 points. That's really good on your debut here for, or it's not really a debut, I believe he was split at 2 for a little while. I don't remember exactly. Keep it going like this. As DRS, ERS, already 5 seconds for Scantoni, as you can see by the logo. Phoenix with the fastest lap, so proving that Phoenix is definitely quicker, but he is also 2/10 just behind, as going for the back. There's a racing point, and him going very quick indeed, as there's more side-by-side action. Fox, Panicoy getting in front of Fox. Eventually, Panicoy all over the back. Darius seems like he's braking almost, not sure, but there's a bit of side-by-side action going up the front. We have Phoenix, who's all over the back. Is it raining? Is that... Hold on. Is it me or is it raining? No, it's not raining. I thought it was raining. It looks like... Is that right? I can't tell. Ruthful and... So it looks like Ruthful is running a downforce kind of setup, because he's running away in the middle sector, which is good because you want to get... Oh, Jesus, Phoenix. You want to get the best possible kind of gap in the middle sector and then escape through this straight using your the gap you've already created. But it looks like that straight line speed of Ruthful is very shocking, as he's losing time hand over fist. He's lost over 4/10 just through that straight alone. There's Miku and Encore that are going side by side to turn 1, banging wheels and going around the outside is Encore, but couldn't manage to do anything. We almost had a Max Verstappen and Esteban Ocon moment, going up into a couple of corners, as I believe there's lap cars in the way. Fox and Darius going side by side. Darius leaves everyone by with blue flags, very politely. Fox just like didn't give a crap and just kept going. But Darius is unfortunately getting lapped on his debut for SOR, which isn't the best of things to say, but you know, racing can be cruel to you sometimes. It looks like Ruthful is going to get the benefit of DRS through this straight, which is will be handy for him, as he'll be able to survive a bit longer from the Ruth of Phoenix. He very much has a lot of DRS with Ruthful, though. He's been saving up. He's been he hasn't been using it as much. One's at 46, one's at 8. So that just shows the DRS differences, as R10 and Andres are going side by side at the back. I can see him on the mini-map, but looks like that move has been completed. As DRS, ERS, but not enough ERS is Phoenix. I believe Ruthful used a bit of his ERS going through, saying a purple first sector. So he's very eager to get in front of the championship leader, Ruthful. Winner, Ruthful. Fox with a 3-second time penalty towards the back. One thing I don't know if it will change is if I just... How do I check to see how many penalties? Because it just shows that... Oh, it probably says time 2, right? Next to it. Yeah, probably. And or probably say if there's more than one, it probably says... Yeah, okay. But both... He has 30%. 30% is really all you need for the straight. But I think he should be doing that. Turning it on, turning it off again. Ruthful might be in a bit of a sticky situation here, as he's very much within range. Not close enough this lap, though, as side-by-side action is going Jack and Maple, as DS is the fastest third sector. So DS really, this season, has surprised me so far, even though it is the first race. DS has been the underrated driver, as it seems, as Jack and Maple are going to go side-by-side into turn 4. Tries to stick his nose inside, doesn't work out too much, and he's forced to back off. someone who isn't going to be forced to back off is DS in that McLaren. They're going to go side by side up into turn 6. They touch a bit of tires, and Jack is forced to concede that position and almost loses the position to Zola as well. So aggressive and clean racing from DS. However, there was no contact, and Zola losing the back end there. 110 degrees, by the way, on his rear tires, by the way. So his tires are definitely smoking. He's doing something that his tires ain't enjoying. But Earthful definitely in a very bad position now. He's going to get gobbled up probably by Phoenix, who's going to deploy his DRS. Not his ERS, though. It looks like he's going to be reserve. He's going to keep it conservative, and Earthful is forced to go semi-defensive because Phoenix is just about giving a bit. Phoenix Legend. Is that Legend by any chance? From SL, I don't know. Maybe it could be him, but Phoenix looking to go side by side with Ruthful into turn 4. Ruthful really giving him the big squeeze there on the exit, but someone who's managed to get himself back in the DRS is Pixel. So it looks like Pixel is going to be eager to get on the back of these two ASAP. All this fighting will definitely help his cause if he wants to try and win this race. But lap 7 now. Pit stops will be open in around 6-7 laps time, something like that. So not yet thinking about pit stops, but definitely gonna have to think about it sooner or later. The DS very much pushing the back of Maple there before. Panic Boy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So does Bishop Bob. Look further back to the grid because he won't be able to overtake him. It's DS on the back of Maple. He's using all of his energy. I believe Maple is also using a bit of his, but it looks like DS is going to go down the inside of Maple into turn 1. No contact, but it looks like Maple will get the better run. DS going to try and go around the outside. Uses his DRS, going to cut to the inside. DRS is activated, and he'll sail past Maple into turn 4. So good stuff, DS. Well played. Well, nice patience and everything you need to get a move done. But Maple is very much still behind DS. We'll want to get that position back. Someone else is very close. Speaking of very close, just a lapped car. My bad. Miku on the back of Futuristic though. But seems like he's also very close. Maple also very close to the back of DS. But Miku is closer to the back of Futuristic than Maple is to the back of DS. So we'll stay on board with these two. However, one has less ERS than the other. Oh, and the big teleportation back there means he's going to be almost outside the DRS. But Maple, he'll be looking to reclaim his P4 in quick succession here. A lap later as he goes down the inside into turn 1. Plenty of room given, but looks like it's going to be a repeat of last time where DS did a Maple and had to go tight. Maple had to go wide. Looks like he's going to take the racing line, and DS is really going to have to concede that position as Futuristic is very much on the back. Gives him a little tap just to say, hey, I'm here, be careful. Please don't kill me. Looks like it's a 3-way battle now for P4, and really this is not helping all their causes because now it's a 6-second gap almost to the back of and R10. Geez, I got on him almost as he died. But R10 and Collini both synchronized losing rear ends through turn 4. But we'll go a bit further front. Jack losing the back end in this slow speed corner. DS very lively on the back of Maple. These two giving neutrals here of this race worth for their money. As ERS goes DS and Maple isn't using any of his ERS. He won't be close enough to dive bomb into turn 1. Someone who is close enough is Jack, and I can tell you what, he'll be looking to pounce on the back of one of these two at the end of this straight. However, he does not have much ERS, so I think for this straight he's going to have to sit back and watch, unfortunately. And I think if Maple survives this, he should be able to run away a bit, as Collini has done the big spin and has got back onto track with a damaged right wing, so that's going to be back to the pits you go. It's going to be mediums, hards perhaps, as a 3-way battle for P4 continues. Three-way battle as well at the front for P1 as well. So we have a three-way battle for P4, a three-way battle for P1. Very interesting stuff so far. But however, it looks like at the front, nothing's being able to be done. They're all within 6-7 tenths of each other, meaning that they're all not close to each other in order to challenge up into turn 1. The Phoenix is very much close to the back. Ruthful going defensive. That's going to compromise his line a bit. His run. As Phoenix loses the back in there a bit. We'll go back as DS goes down the inside once again of Maple, but this time he doesn't get the move, and Maple very narrowly almost gets sideswept there by the back of DS. DS has the DRS, and Jack now might be able to get on the back of Maple, but he has no more DRS, so that idea has been thrown out the window. Phoenix now very much on the back of Ruthful. It's going to be a very tight fight for the lead of this race. I'd say it'll be very much an undercut situation. Whoever pits before the other person shall jump out in front, but Ruthful has the edge over his teammate Pixel because they won't be able to double stack, because double stacking in this game does not exist, unfortunately. Something for F1 2020, cough at Codemasters. But once again, a repeat. Phoenix is going to use this ERS to try and get... Oh my god, he's going to use it every... Oh, he boxes, so it looks like he's going to go for the undercut move on these two. And tell you what, he might come out in a bit of traffic now I think about it. So Phoenix boxing, and actually no, he won't come out in any traffic. I don't think. He might come out just in front or behind of that Renault, making his way on the final corner. Hard compound tires for the Williams. So yeah, he'll come out quite comfortably in clear air. So really now it's up to the top runners to try and run away and try and create a gap to not get undercutted. Ruthful now gonna have to give a push lap, try and extend the gap if he possibly can, because if he boxes and DS boxes, I'm pretty sure he might get held up a tiny bit. It is actually no, he won't get held up by DS, but if that Red Bull, I believe, is a lap car, actually no. I don't think Ruthful will get held up any bit here. But, will he box now, Ruthful, to cover the undercut? No. Pixel, no. So looks like both of them will stay out a bit longer to try and perhaps go into the medium compound tires. They're moving further back down the grid. No one's boxing, so it looks like Phoenix taking the alternative strategy and going out to the hards. Actually, no, a lot of people are boxing this lap for the hard compound tires. As DNF is Zola. When did that happen? I did not know. I saw there was a virtual safety car. Okay, so it's not on the map where he died, but there is a VSC because of it. And now I'll tell you what, if that lasts long enough, the Mercedes might be able to benefit from a free pit stop, as they're rounding up just the final sector now. And Phoenix really has to pray that it doesn't help them too much, because, well, for obvious reasons, Phoenix would have thrown his race out the window if that's the case. He needs to hope that it ends now, but it doesn't look like it's going to end now. It'll probably last around half a lap. Half a lap will probably be until the start-finish straight for these guys. I think Pixel's training might create a bit of a gap now. Looks like we might have green flag running as they're going, and Ruthful does indeed box. Pixel boxes as well. So looks like he's going to go for the double stack, even if it means getting held up. He's going to do everything in his power to try and prevent the undercut. It's green now. Phoenix is rounding up the final corner now. And Ruthful is just exiting the pits. Ruthful didn't gain too much, but will he cover the undercut? Both going. You could see Ruthful coming out there just on top, and Ruthful comes out. Oh, he almost hits the pit wall, but looks like it's roughly the same gap. So he didn't gain much at all. Someone who spun there in the middle of the track. Who's that? That is Lepson, who spun. A lot of people getting penalties now. But Ruthful managed to gap Phoenix, not by much, but enough to say that I'm out the DRS. Pixel, though, the biggest loser of all this, having to get held up, not by much, but he's now 7 seconds behind Phoenix when he was 6/10 before the pit stops. So I think Phoenix right now will have to hope and try and save as much of ERS as possible. Jack has wing damage. Yeah, he does. So does Zenzo, but oh no, he doesn't. I noticed that everyone with that blue thing at the bottom right there means that they have a little bit of shark bite damage. It doesn't affect you too much, but oh god, Darius almost was in the back end. DS, who's our P1 leader, I should probably mention, isn't doing too bad, holding that lead. Yellow flag, that's Darius letting everyone by, or Bishop letting everyone by. There's a lot of people have penalties now, so you can see on the left. Panicoy getting in front of R10, just narrowly exiting the pits, as you can tell on bottom there. But, let's see what the tires is for everyone. Everyone on the hards except for P10, P1, P2 who haven't made their stops yet. But it looks like Phoenix is losing time to Ruthful, so plus he has less ERS, and Pixel, I'd say, will probably be able to catch up in quick succession. Remember, there's a bit of a gap now. If you another virtual safety car, what has happened now? No one seems dead. Seems like severe collision with Fox. What has happened? Someone's lost his front wing. Someone must have spun. I have no clue what happened there, but free pit stops. Oh god, wait, free pit stops perhaps for DS and Maple. Oh no, they just about passed it. No, I was about to say, because it could be free pit stop if it continues. It looks like it started again though. No, it hasn't. But it could be free pit stop territory for the top two if it lasts long enough. And if that's the case, they'll come out just behind. Who would they come out just behind? Probably Miku. Something like that. Drive-through penalty. Speeding under VSC is Miku. Speak of the devil. Very unfortunate for him, but that's unfortunate. He'll come out in He'll come out P8, I think. So he'll only have lost that one position, but he's gonna have to catch up if he wants to get the position back. Fox is 5-second time after being in the pit lane. Oh my goodness, what has happened in the pit lane? Why is everyone absolutely bunched up with each other? Everyone's boxing. Miku needs to serve his drive-through now, but Pixel or DS doesn't get held up. Oh, Maple has a front wing change, so he's going to be held up quite a bit. Oh, Fox is retired in the pits, and he's not being let out. Oh, did he stall? Did he do something? Oh my god, it's Fox! He stopped in the middle of the pit lane, and that held up Maple. This game is rubbish, pure rubbish. So he's going to be very much far behind. And Phoenix, 1.1 seconds, managed to caught up. Oh, Ruth was a 3-second time penalty. I literally just realized that now. So much has gone on, but he has a 3-second time penalty. So Phoenix doesn't get another 3-second time penalty. He's going to win this race. It was very much a tongue twister kind of moment. But had to be done, had to be said. R10 getting past Panicoy, who are very much close to each other. These R10 swerving all over the track. No idea what has happened there. Using the back end is Panicoy. Move up a bit. This DS is now in third with all this. Futuristic is now in fourth. So this is a battle for the spot on the podium. DS is going to want to do as much as he can to try and keep that podium, but he's going to concede the position to... Oh god, he's going to concede... Oh god, he's going to go side by side up to turn 5. No, luckily one backs out. Futuristic gets another 3-second time penalty. Yellow flags. Panic. Oh my God, that's Lepson who spun at turn 4. Unfortunate, his race has just gone from bad to worse. Moving up the field though, 1.7 seconds is the new gap. Pixel right now is really losing time. It wasn't an easy P3, but now it seems to be not the case anymore. There's another virtual safety car has come out. No idea what is going on with all these virtual safety cars, but Ruthful has benefited from a free pit stop and has gone onto the fresh hard compound tires. So he's in P2, just in front of DSO. Bishop, oh there he is, he spun at the Alexander Alba in the corner. So now Ruthful has a fresh set of hard compound tires. I wonder if he would have even preferred going onto the mediums. Could have worked out, but now he is 12 seconds behind Phoenix. He does have the freshest tires of everyone though. Now it's going to be catch up, 11 seconds in just over 18 laps to go. 17 laps now that he's crossed the line. Move further back, see if we can find a battle, because everyone is very much within 1.7 seconds in between each other. I believe Miku has served his drive-through penalty. Not sure though. Futuristic is quite close to the back of Diaz. Didn't have a bit of a battle before. We're gonna have another battle again. Move up because he's losing time. Someone who is close is Panicoid to the back of R10. Very close indeed. Catching as well, in fact. Will be in the DRS for this straight. Pentacoy trying to get in front of R10 to get 2 points rather than just the 1. Another spin for Lepson, who has completely lost it and has gone exploring onto the grass. Will that cause a VSC, I wonder? Don't know if it will, but he's back on track now. In last place, he's really not having a great day. The gap was still 11.5. He's only gained a second in 2 laps. It's not going to be enough. So we have another yellow flag, and that's Darius, I believe, who spun. He's back on track now, though. Getting up the grid. Pixel on the back of Encore, very much closing up. In the DRS of Encore now. Full 11.3. There's another yellow flag. That's Darius, I believe, again, who has spun at the back, and Lipson has invalidated or retired in the pits after being lapped, I believe, 2 or 3 times. It's get it over with and leave. Getting in front of Encore is Pixel. Very neat and tidy. So now Pixel on the back of Futuristic is going to want to try and catch up as soon as possible. I believe Ruthful has served his penalty that he's got. I believe it was just in the pits. Or it could be a visual glitch. I have no idea. Has Pixel already in the DRS of Futuristic? Very much looking to get in front and run as much as possible. We'll have to sit back for this. But entering turn 4, he's going to get the move done. Squeezes him on the exit there. Or on the entry, not exit, my bad. Ruth took a drive-through penalty. I did not see they had a drive-through, and I did not think it was fresh tires. So now he's 10 seconds behind. Needs to be a second lap quicker if he wants to win this race. And the second lap around here isn't exactly the easiest of tasks. Pixel though on the back foot of DS. Who I believe DS is going to want to keep his let's be honest, he's going to want to keep his podium place here, but he needs to make sure he doesn't fall within, I believe, 3 or 6 seconds of DS. I don't know how many time penalties he has. I know he has a time penalty, as you can see on the left, but it doesn't show 3, 6, 2, 1 penalty. Oh god, that Darius' AHEC car just soared back onto the track very awkwardly. Pixel though isn't catching DS as much as I thought he would, but let's check how many penalties DS has. 3. Okay, it just has the 1 penalty. So he needs to, for 10 laps, he's going to need to not lose 2 seconds. Easier said than done, as they all say. Zola has left the session. I don't know why I want to call Zola Zolala every time. It's just Zola though. Let's not be too greedy here. It's at 5.3, so it looks like DS is actually gaining, extending his gap to DS by 4/10 that lap. So if he keeps this up, he'll be keeping his podium. And if Pixel gets a 3-second time penalty, well, they'll all be even, and Pixel will need to overtake him on track. I thought I saw some movement, came very close there, but anything. Miku, who didn't have the who had a good qualifying, but didn't really do much, or not do much, but is in who got himself a drive-through, I believe. Panakoy saying a 1:09.3 on his fresh shot, so Panakoy's in 11th. He can try and get himself a point if he's 9.4 seconds quicker. Oh god, Futuristic losing the back end on the back pick, so I think that might have cost him the DRS. Actually, he's almost at 100% ERS, so Futuristic really can push if he needs to push. He's kept the DRS though. I don't think Ruthful is going to manage to catch up to the back of Phoenix. So it looks like Phoenix on this merit so far would have run the race. And Ruthful will try and push. Pixel got himself a 3-second time penalty, so it looks like DS is on course to get himself his first podium here in SOR. If he keeps it clean, that is, and doesn't get himself a 6-second time penalty. But even if he does get a 6-second time penalty, it was 4.3 last time I checked. It's 5.3 now. So really, DS is working wonders in that McLaren. And heck, who knows? Might even be able to catch Ruthful and gap him by 3 seconds. Look at last season. Ruthful didn't win the first race. He came second, but he bounced back and won 6 races in a row. Oh boy. So all is not lost for Ruthful. Who I know he's going to want to make it a hat trick of wins, championship wins. So far we have 5 DNFs in this race. Big sad. Maple now looking to claim back 10 points in this race. It's very defensive, goes futuristic, and doesn't fight it because he knows he can't really fight against someone who doesn't have any time penalties. Speaking of which, Pixel actually might fall into the clutches of Maple here. If Maple is either A, quicker. Oh god, he has the medium compound tires. I just realized he probably went long his medium stint. And if he does get him past in from Pixel, he might be able to push and go within 3 seconds of DS. A spinning there, I believe, is Skin Tony. Hasn't retired though, so he's still alive. It's Kalini or Skin Tony? I believe it's Skin Tony. Yeah, it is Skin Tony. Really, right now, Maple seems to be very quick on those medium compound tires. At 29, just 7 laps to go. Spinning, I believe that's Miku was spun, and at the final corner. Is that the final corner? No, this is probably the final corner. I don't really know what. I believe that it's turn 14, I think. Not exactly sure, to be fair, but moving up the grid, Maple isn't in the DRS yet of Pixel. I don't think Ruthful now, it doesn't look likely that he'll be able to catch back up. Maple is gonna want to try and catch up to get a P4 on merit. Either or, he's getting P4 right now as things stand. I'll play at 7. He isn't gaining too much to the back of Pixel. Pixel, Maple very much going even pace here. I believe Ruthful is in a heap of traffic here. These guys are all battling for position, I remind you. So just Andreas on his left of this traffic. Don't know if he managed to get DRS from that. That section zone is just there. Rip. But 10.6 seconds. One's at the straight, one's just at the end. Some not AI, but some ghosted overtaking action is Andreas and Coloni. Both ghosted, so I presume both are confused. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. I'd be confused as well. Maple not able. It doesn't show what time they just did, but Maple was quick, and now he seems to have slowed down a bit. At least he can't catch Pixel. He has gapped Futuristic by 6/10 that past lap, though I will give it to him. However, yeah. Pixel slowly catching up to DS, and DS falling back on the back of Ruthful. So it doesn't look like Pixel or DS don't manage to get P2. There's 5 laps remaining here in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Grand Prix. As Matthew Gallagher has once said. And a yellow flag. Oh, that's Coloni, who's completely died. We have another virtual safety car, a third virtual safety car in this race. Now, will Phoenix box put himself on a fresh set of softs, try and get the fastest lap, try and do something? I would. He's 13 seconds. He can kind of abuse that glitch or abuse that rule and just keep going. Let's see, does he box? He does not. Does Ruthful box to go on softs, try and steal the fastest point away? Doesn't look like it. Oh, drive-through penalty for Andreas. Looks like Ruthful has lost 2 seconds in that safety car restart. Maple, holy jeez, he's lost 2 seconds to the back of Pixel on that safety car restart. Pixel's actually gained a bit on DS. Andreas boxes to serve his stop-go penalty. Lap 33, 4 laps to go. Ruthful can really only hope that Phoenix spins now. Maple, no, gets himself a 3-second time penalty, so he won't be able to jump Pixel anymore, which is very unfortunate for him, but very difficult to keep it clean around here. Just the time penalty wise, it is quite an easy track to cut SNSs. And turn 4, I believe turn 4 and SNSs are really the only place you can get a track limits warning or penalty. I don't really see other places where you can get one. Trying to think in my head, I can't really see anymore. 3 more laps to go of this Brazil round 1 Grand Prix. Who would have said that? Brazil as round 1. And move further back down. Everyone's within 3 seconds a gap of each other. No one's close to each other, so I guess we'll ride on board with Phoenix for a little bit. Trying to see on the map. No one's close. See, everyone's 2.6, 2.7, 9 seconds also is quite a bit. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. But, starting his penultimate lap now is Phoenix. It could be Legend from SOR, I know from, but I doubt it is him. But at least what's cool to know is that he can enter this season happy, winning his first race. As of now, I'm not gonna jinx him obviously, but looking set to have a good season here between Phoenix and Ruthful. And DS as well seems to be quite quick. Hopefully that's not just a one-track wonder. I doubt it is, because Brazil is quite a technical track, and if you are quick in Brazil, you can be quick in any track. That's a lie, but you know, it's quite technical. There's lots of slow speed corners, high speed corners. Not S's though. That's the only track. This track would be complete if it did have S's. It has slow speed corners, has a slow, quick left rights and S's, has a medium speed corners such as turn 4, and obviously whatchamacall. I can't speak. Slow speed corners of Sector 2. There's an obvious one as well. Futuristic gets himself a 93-second time penalty, unfortunately. So he'll be falling back down the grid just a tiny bit. But right, here we go. We have the man himself, Phoenix, who unfortunately Ruthful didn't manage to challenge. He was the quickest driver, but he did get a drive-through penalty, which unfortunately he had to serve. And Phoenix saying a purple second sector, okay, baby. But Phoenix now, for the first ever season here, SOR Season 12 in Brazil, is going to come across the line to take victory in round 1 of SOR, and sets the fastest lap in doing so at 2.2, 9.2, not 2.2. Ruthful, with a solid P2 championship winner last season, comes home in to take P2. Ooh, narrowly missing fastest lap. DS, wow, DS with the surprise of the race comes across the line to take his first ever podium in SOR. I think it's his first ever podium. I don't care. I'm happy for him. But what a race from DS. Definitely the class of the field. Very, very... Well, not class of the field, but, you know, he was very quick. He surprised me in qualifying, and he surprised me even more in the race. Maple P5, his teammate in P6, Futuristic P7, Miku P8, R10 P9, Fanakoi P10, Jack best of the rest, and the 2 Hasses of Ento and Andreas in P12 and P13. So that's been your race here in SOR for the first time this season. I believe next round the whole calendar has changed, so if you want to check out who has won, or not who has won, my bad, who has what the calendar is, you can check out and check for yourself in the SOR track video. I believe it was just released just before this one. So, champagne sprays for 2 Swedish boys, 1-2, and the Romanian flag for DS in P3. Pretty sure that's the first Swedish double podium we've had in SOR. Don't quote me on that though. But there you go. There's your race. There's your podium. Ruthful and Phoenix giving it all on the last lap. Both almost set fastest laps. So yeah, that's been your race. My name's been just your host, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye.